We've travelled to MACH Fab in Birkenhead on Merseyside. Now recently they planned to buy one vertical machining centre from Dugard. They were that impressed they ended up buying two. Ian, what drove you to invest in new machinery?
So we have always been a conventional machine shop. We were never competitive on high volume parts. So we took the decision 2 years ago to have an overhaul of the company and to invest in CNC machinery. We also bought a 3D printer for prototyping work. So if any batch work become of that, then we would be able to offer the service to be able to produce them parts.
And this story, before we go into a little bit more detail as to why you chose these particular machines, you've not got one, but you've got two. How did that happen?
Yeah, so we went to a number of machine tool suppliers. We had a budget and we had a spec of machine that we wanted to buy. We went to Dugard and they offered the specs that we wanted. And they, although there was a couple of months delivery on the machine, they offered to give us a machine to try and to practice on.
Which I believe is this.
Which is this machine
here.
This
machine over here.
So yeah, so they gave us this machine to we weren't used to the control, which is a Siemens control. So our operators learned that quite quick. And we ended up buying this machine as well because we liked it so much.
Brilliant, it's a great story.
Yeah.
So why did you go for Dugard? Because we are in Merseyside, we're quite a distance away. So why did you choose Dugard as a brand?
It was more because we gave them a spec of the machine that we wanted and they were the best value for money for the budget that we had.
Yeah.
And we on this machine alone, we got the 4th axis, we've got the Renishaw probing, we've got the touchscreen Siemens control. It's just so much simpler for us and for the guys who operate the machines.
So why did you go for this particular spec of a machine?
So we done a bit of research. Most of the machines that are around 600 mil of travel, we already had an old machine of that size, so we wanted to go a bit bigger. So we went to we asked for a metre of travel, but Dugard offered us this 1100 machine, which is give us that extra bit of travel. We can put heavier things on the bed as well.
I know it's about 100,000 kg on the table or something like that.
It's a big old table and it's a big machine and there's a lot of entry to it. So we decided on this machine.
So ultimately, what parts are you planning to put on both of these machines?
So we can put a wide array of parts on. We've got a really powerful spindle. We've got the larger table. We've got the 4th axis. We're pretty much geared up to do small parts or large parts.
Yeah, you're really diversifying, aren't you?
Well, we're trying to. So we were a conventional machine shop. We had some investment from the Made Smarter programme to digitalise our production upstairs in the offices, and we then took the steps to digitalise the shop floor. So we managed to get funding, 2 lots of funding from Made Smarter, which is brilliant. We had a lot of help from them. It was fantastic.
And just my final question then, I know you've only had this in your machine shop for 4 weeks or so, but you have had this for a little bit longer. It's your first purchase ultimately with Dugard.
Yeah.
So how's the service been?
We've been chuffed with the service, to be fair. We haven't had to be in contact with them much because once the training was done, our lads picked it up really well. We speak to Siavash quite often just to keep in touch. Asking, if there's any issues which we hadn't have. The service has been, no complaints. It's been
so
good.
Overall, are you happy, and what are you looking forward to in the future with these machines?
We're happy.
What's your goal?
Yeah, well, we're happy with the machines. I think we made the right choice in going with the Dugard machines. We've gone from 3 axis to 4 axis. Who knows? 5 axis, 6 axis next. Get the work in, and we're happy to invest if we can get the work in.